Meghan Markle has just rebranded her lifestyle brand, but guys, did she actually steal another company's name? There is a clothing designer who has been going by the same name for so many years. Do you think that she actually stole the name, or is it just an honest mistake? Let's go ahead and find out. So Meghan has a new series that is debuting on Netflix on March 4th. And coinciding with her Netflix series, she announced a rebranding of her lifestyle brand. And coinciding with her new series, she actually just rebranded her lifestyle brand. So previously, her lifestyle brand was called American Riviera Orchard, but now she's changed the name to As Ever. Unfortunately, there is a clothing designer who has been going by the name As Ever for many years. They have gained a lot of recognition. They have plenty of celebrity clients. They actually use antique materials and handcraft these beautiful designs. And they are really upset about Meghan announcing today that she is going to be using their name for her new rebranding. Meghan has already launched the As Ever Instagram. She did release this statement today alongside a photo of her and her daughter, Lilibet. So let's take a look at the TikTok where she shared her rebranding news.
It's recording.
Okay. Cat's out of the bag. I'm shocked we've kept this a secret for so long. In 2 weeks, my show is coming out, which I'm so excited for. And also my business, which I think there's been a lot of curiosity about. Last year, I had thought, you know what, American Riviera, that sounds like such a great name. It's my neighborhood. It's a nickname for Santa Barbara. But it limited me to things that were just manufactured and grown in this area. Then Netflix came on, not just as my partner in the show, but as my partner in my business, which was huge. So I thought about it, and I've been waiting for a moment to share a name that I had secured in 2022, and this is the moment. And it's called As Ever. As Ever essentially means as it's always been. And if you followed me since 2014 with the TIG, you know I've always loved cooking and crafting and gardening. This is what I do, and I haven't been able to share it with you in the same way for the past few years, but now I can. So as things are starting to trickle out there, I wanted you to hear it from me first. Of course, there will be fruit preserves. I think we're all clear at this point that jam is my jam. But there's so many more products that I just love that I use in my home, and now it's time to share it with you. So I can't wait for you to see it. Thanks, guys.
So the TikTokers are responding to her announcement, and one TikToker did say there literally has been zero curiosity. So that was brutal. That was kind of brutal right there, and it got the most likes, so it's right on top for everybody to see. And then somebody else said, why is this on my For You page? Another person said, I thought they wanted privacy. Someone else said, make it stop. And someone else said, me, and me. Nope, no curiosity here. Honestly, who is she kidding? So on TikTok, she is not getting any love for this new series. Although here is a TikToker who did say, well done, Duchess Meghan. So she has one supporter. Oh, and then someone else wrote, get that camera away from me. I want privacy. Exactly. People are always wondering why they keep coming out with these series, and they're always promoting themselves when they said they had wanted privacy. And that's why, you know, they had to leave England, and he could no longer work for the royal family or do the royal family duties and things like that. So, and I guess her either. So somebody said, oh Lordy, she won't learn, because apparently this has been going on for 5 years. She's been trying to put out. She did have a podcast, but she's been trying to get this series out for 5 years. Now today she's announced 2 weeks before the series is set to debut that she has rebranded the name, and the name is now As Ever. Now, as I mentioned before, As Ever though is a clothing designer in New York City, and they are very well known. They have a lot of celebrity clients. They have a lot of celebrities wearing their clothing, and it's weird because their clothing does look very similar to Meghan's aesthetic. A lot of what they're known for is these white button-down shirts, which is what you'll see Meghan often wearing, and a lot of their even marketing is very similar to Meghan's, but they've been in business for quite a while. And now, As Ever, the clothing designer from New York City, is having to seek legal representation, and they're going to have to try to fight this, and hopefully it won't put them under, because a lot of times when a small company fights a big celebrity, somebody with a lot of money like Meghan, they lose because they do not have the funds to continue fighting. and having to go to court and pay the legal fees. So a lot of times they do lose and they go under. So according to the Daily Mail, Meghan Markle faces another trademark battle as clothing designer seeks legal advice to protect As Ever brand. Meghan Markle appears to be facing yet another uphill battle with her lifestyle brand, as she has now rebranded and taken the name of a small business with a nearly identical name, and this brand has vowed to protect its brand and title. Mark Kolsky, the designer and owner of New York vintage clothing studio As Ever New York City, said he has been left reeling from the news that the Duchess of Sussex decided to relaunch her American Riviera Orchard company under the same name as his clothing label. The independent clothing company based in New York and New Jersey sells one-of-a-kind reworked vintage clothing under the label As Ever New York City, which can be seen prominently displayed on its website and social media accounts. Speaking to the dailymail.com in the wake of Meghan's announcement, Kolsky confirmed he is now getting advice from as many professionals in the legal field as he can. Kolsky said that it's easy to see there's confusion between the brands. I have been made aware of it since early Monday morning. I was not aware of it before. We have no affiliation with Meghan Markle, he added. Kolsky revealed that no one from Meghan's team had reached out to consult him before she publicly announced her rebrand on Monday, and that he only found out after friends contacted him. He said, "I'm still reeling and evaluating from the attention this is getting to me," he told the Daily Mail. "I'm speaking to a lot of people. I'm a very small brand. I've had a lot of reach, which I'm grateful for. I have been contacted by a lot of people. I'm not actively signed up with legal representation, but I'm trying to get advice from as many professionals in the legal field to find out the best way to protect myself. There's a lot of attention coming at me from many people who have ideas and opinions about what Meghan Markle is doing." While the trademark for Meghan's As Ever does not mention clothing, As Ever New York City has a similar aesthetic, meaning that customers could be confused between the two. The Instagram page for Kolsky's studio even features some of the crisp white shirts that the Duchess is fond of wearing. On Tuesday, Kolsky's company took to Instagram to address the recent events and to thank everyone for their outpouring of support. They posted on Instagram and said, "I want to say thank you to all the old friends who know and love our small family brand As Ever, and also say hi to all those who have just become aware we exist," Kolsky wrote. In the last 36 hours, there has been an outpouring of support and concern regarding recent events around our namesake brand. We are aware. We are not affiliated. This venture started back in 2015 when I reworked vintage military to make our signature tanker pant for my wife, Astrid. It was followed by a pink jumpsuit that quickly became a cult classic. In 2017, As Ever became official and I started manufacturing. There are several women and events that were instrumental in the creation of our brand. I want to thank them again. I also want to thank Robert Shuka and his family-run factory. Without all of them, As Ever would not exist. It's 2025. We're grateful to still be here making clothing in New York and New Jersey. We are grateful for the customers coast to coast and worldwide that have supported our venture. We will continue as ever. Mark Kolsky. Hashtag As Ever, hashtag As Ever, New York City. It is so sad, guys. I'm so heartbroken for them. You know, when you have a business, it truly is like your child. It's just really heartbreaking. Some of the commenters on the Daily Mail said that this isn't the first time they feel that Meghan has taken someone's name. Is anyone surprised she is trying to lift someone else's name brand? She lifted Prince George's affectionately given nickname Archie for her own son, so nobody could use it on George. She lifted the Queen's nickname her husband Prince Philip affectionately gave her for her daughter Lilibet. There is something seriously wrong with this woman and her husband. What do you guys think? That's really sad. I didn't realize the name Archie was also someone else in the family. I guess that would have been George's nickname. I had heard about the Queen. That was her secret. I guess that was kind of her secret nickname. I've never heard that name before. So that was. Have any of you heard the name or the nickname Lilibet? I had never heard that. And my sister's name is Elizabeth, and I've never heard that name Lilibet or as a nickname. It's a beautiful name. So it was something very special just to her. Maybe she didn't mind though, because it was her great granddaughter. But I don't know, guys, you know. Someone else mentioned that her new logo for As Ever is actually the crest for Mallorca. And they said that actually now the Spanish mayor of Mallorca is furious that she is using their identical town crest. So the mayor of Mallorca is telling her now, I just saw this, guys, I can't believe it. This is just so crazy. There's so much drama with her rebranding. This is just awful for her. But the town mayor of Mallorca has told Meghan to remove the logo for her new lifestyle brand after the mayoress, it's a mayoress, she's a woman, of the small town of Mallorca claimed it's an exact copy of their town's historic coat of arms. On Tuesday, the Duchess of Sussex renamed her luxury brand As Ever. She also revealed her new logo, which features a palm tree and two birds. This has caused the mayoress of Mallorca to describe the situation as surreal. The mayoress of Mallorca said that although the town is not in a position to take legal action over alleged plagiarism, they are demanding that the logo be removed. The town's coat of arms dates back to 1370 and is a significant part of the town's cultural heritage. The mayor of Mallorca told the Daily Mail, "We are still a bit shocked. We thought it was fake news at first. We didn't know what was happening. Then loads of newspapers and media started calling us and we realized it was serious." She said the similarities are undeniable, adding, "They are the same except the birds are a little different and they use different colors, but everything else is nearly identical." Guys, I am so shocked. Did you guys know about this? I had no idea. I just heard about As Ever. But then, guys, to find out also the town of Mallorca, the mayor, the small town, but it's a world famous town because it's so historical. I've never been there, but it's supposed to be such a beautiful place. They are so devastated that she's using their coat of arms. So this is just not good. There are apparently fans of Meghan Markle. There was a BuzzFeed article that came out, and the writer of that article said she's so happy for Meghan. They're so happy that Meghan is finally free. She's finally free to wear open-toe shoes, free to walk in front of her husband at public events, and most importantly, she is free to pick up where she left off when it comes to the glittering career that she carved out for herself long before she got involved with the British royal family and became a tabloid punching bag. So there are people that really are happy. They're excited for her show to come out. It will be again coming out March 4th on Netflix. Now, let me know what you think down below. Are you team Meghan? Are you excited for Meghan's new show to come out? But before I go, I do have one final word from Bethany Frankel. I have not watched this TikTok yet. I figure I will watch it with you guys. So let's go ahead and find out what Bethany has to say about this situation, because you know she's gonna shed some light. She always has a very unique perspective. So let's hear what she has to say.
Meghan Markle can't win for losing. So you guys were irritated that trailer for her show was perfect, like Martha Stewart, real simple, perfect. And then you were irritated that she was super all natural, describing her new brand coming out, where the name has changed from, I guess, American Orchard to As Ever. And I think the reason she can't win for losing is that there is a lack of identity and understanding as to exactly who she is to the audience. Like, first we're in Montecito and it's all perfect, which would have been fine. Commit to the bit, because they do live in, I think, like $23 million house in Montecito, and it is pretty pristine. So commit to that bit. But I feel like because of a reaction from you guys, now it's more natural and just delivering really unfiltered, fresh out of bed content, and that is turning people off because they're like, wait, what happened to the perfect content? And then the name changed to Ever After. Someone on social media said it's because it was denied, the trademark was denied. So rather than just tell the true story, it's like another reason why the brand is called something else. And I think what's going on is, since the two of them left the monarchy, they've never been able to really get their footing, because there's an identity issue, like who she used to be pre-royal to who she wants to be post-royal, what his role was as a royal to what his role is now as a post-royal. And I think it's not a branding issue, and I think it's an identity and an authenticity issue. But it's hard for people to be authentic when they're not really sure on their own who they are or what it is. And you can never let the market decide what you do or what you sell or what you produce. Like even in product, I never let what a partner or a retailer tells me I have to do dictate what I have to do. What I want to do is inside. And that's what I think the problem is. They just want everyone to like them so badly and to be accepted and to figure out who they are and what their identity is, that they're flailing, and it never lands with you guys. You guys are just too emotionally intelligent and too good at branding, marketing, and just understanding the human psyche. No one can get anything past you guys.
So a lot of people are commenting to Bethany, and they're saying, and they're responding to what she said, and they said they'll never understand the hate that Meghan is getting. But a lot of people are answering that and saying that they think a lot of people are jealous of Meghan. They say, no, we just don't forget the lies, someone else said. And someone else mentioned, Catherine stated, she was so disrespectful to our late queen, and to watch Harry sit there allowing his grandmother to be mocked has totally put people off to her, and now Harry, who was so popular. Someone else said Meghan lives in their town and she's just lovely, or she said they are lovely, so the whole family is lovely. And a lot of people on Bethany's page are saying they love Meghan Markle. And I think Bethany was kind of a little bit shading her. Do you guys think? What do you think about Bethany's take on the situation? Because I don't think Bethany had heard that there was she's probably going to follow this up with how her response to the clothing company in New York. I don't think she had heard about that yet, because I'm sure as a business owner, Bethany's going to have something to say about that. I felt like Bethany said, pretty much was saying that they're not authentic. So, and what is that? Sometimes what does that mean? Does that mean that she's saying they're fake? I don't know, guys. What do you think? Let me know down below. But how do you think this situation can be resolved? Hopefully we'll hear more about this. Hopefully, as ever, can get that legal representation and protect their brand. And hopefully Meghan can come up with something else. That's what I wish for. Hopefully she could come up with some other, I feel like as ever, it's very fairy tale-esque. So she needs to just pull from the fairy tales, because that's what she was, basically, a duchess marrying a prince. It was all very fairy tale like. So maybe there's some other fairy tale-esque phrase that she could use. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Do you think people are jealous of Meghan and that's where all this hate is stemming from? Let me know your thoughts down below. So that's pretty much it. I hope you're all doing good. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I'll see you very soon.